I would like to read an article that was written yesterday on Facebook by Mukoma Hopewell Chingono. Credit to him. Ukaona munhu achiita zvakanaka panguva yaita zvakanaka, dzidza kumurovera maoko nekungomuti thank you waita zvakanaka. Here is what Mukoma Hopewell Chingono says about Mugabe, about Mnangagwa, about Joshua Ngomo. Just listen. He says, we should never sing from the political gutter that Mugabe left us in and up in the sewer of hate. Robert Mugabe was never Malawian, and Emmerson Mnangagwa is not Zambian. They are both Zimbabwean. I've heard Jeff Judah, Mabwidi. When we lower our bar of engagement to crude xenophobic insults, we become no different from the people we are criticizing. There are so many things we can say about Robert Mugabe and Emmerson Mnangagwa without resorting to xenophobic slurs. Mugabe was born in 1924 at Kutama, here in Zimbabwe. He was not Malawian. Mugabe, as Zimbabwe became a self-governing state on 1 October 1923. Before that, there were no borders as we know them today, just traditional communities. To insult someone born in 1924 at Kutama as Malawian is not only untrue, it sows seeds of tribalism and division. Judge Mugabe on his actions, abilities, and failures, and not on the imagined origins of his ancestors. The same applies to Mnangagwa. He was born in Rhodesia, and his father was born in Rhodesia. How then does he become a Zambian? These careless claims only empower the very figures we are criticizing today, allowing them to point to our discourse as evidence of political immaturity. Kenneth Kaunda's father was Malawian, yet Kaunda became the founding president of Zambia. Anyone born in Africa is an African, and anyone born in Zimbabwe is a Zimbabwean. Using colonial borders to define identity is not only historical flawed, it reveals how deeply colonized the African mind still it is. This is powerful. This is really powerful. Anyone born in Zimbabwe, he is a Zimbabwean. Fungbadzana Jeff Judah, Gadzibude Mavari. Zimbabwe could easily become part of South Africa, yet the whites in Rhodesia voted differently in the 1923 referendum. If that had happened, some of you would be South African today, hurling the same shallow insults at Zambians and Malawians trapped in the same colonial mindset. I like this party now. This is the party that I would like you to meditate and to fuse. He says, liberation begins in the mind. Until we free ourselves from colonial ways of thinking, we will remain prisoners of the very borders drawn to divide us. There is nothing wrong in saying Joshua Nkomo would have been a better leader than Mugabe, because there is plenty of evidence to support that. But do not kill the important point with the xenophobic tendencies. Calling Mugabe Malawian based on imagined roots is as absurd and hateful as calling Joshua Nkomo South African. Such words cut deep, fuel division, and betray the unity we desperately need. All right-thinking Africans should reject this kind of xenophobia, for it wounds not only individuals, but the very soul of our commitment. Thumbs to Mkoma Hopewell Chingono. Anyone born in Zimbabwe is a Zimbabwean. Anyone born in Africa is an African. Whether they are white, they are Zimbabwean, they are Africans. This is the mindset that we need to begin to remove from our minds and come together as one. Let us remove these colonial barriers. Let us also remove tribal barriers and tribal differences and come together as one, especially in Zimbabwe, so that we can make Zimbabwe a better place and a better home for you, for me, our children, and the entire generations to come. God bless you.